Hello and welcome to Talking Point with Lyca Mobile. We're right here in the Captain's Lounge now. West Ham play Kidderminster in the fourth round of the FA Cup at Agborough. But older fans might remember that 28 years ago, West Ham versus Kidderminster happened again in the fifth round of the FA Cup. It was a very special game for me, my first ever away game. But also there were our legends. Joining me, 1980 FA Cup winner Alvin Martin and the mad dog Martin Allen, and we're going to see what we can remember of that day 28 years ago. Alvin, is it fresh in the memory at all? Do you have to jog your memory for this one?
I had to jog my memory. I remember the game, but not a lot of detail. But I did get onto YouTube and have a little look just to refresh, and it all started coming flooding back on it.
Yeah, but you said did the coach break down on the way there? You seem to remember the coach may have broken down.
We had a pre-match meal in the Midlands, and then we got back. I hadn't played for 3.5 months, so I was playing ahead of schedule, let's just say that. But when we got on the coach, it wouldn't start. So Bonzo and Harry, we said, all right, all off, start pushing the coach. And because I hadn't played for 3.5 months, Harry came over to me and said, don't you dare push that coach. You're bound to get injured. So he got me out of the way, and I think he let Martin and all the youngsters do it, like, you know.
Yeah. Martin, when West Ham draw a lesser team, shall we say, Kidderminster were non-league at the time, are you a bit like, this is going to be a nice little walk in the park, or did you know this is going to be a day of ag at Agborough?
It's a tough day out. Every tackle, every throw-in gets cheered by the 8,000 fans. And thankfully, from a brilliantly Keith Rowland cross, Lee Chapman at the far post has scored. Did he ever score another goal for West Ham?
It's a collector's item, isn't it? He scored
another
hand.
Lee did all right. Leave Lee alone.
So we won with 1-0. They had a couple of chances. They had a penalty that should have been given, but the referee thankfully didn't give it. But we've all seen these 1-0 upsets over the years, and they're tough. It's a tough game.
Alvin, like when you're getting changed at Agborough in a non-league ground, are you thinking to yourself, I've been to a World Cup. I've won the FA Cup at Wembley. You're looking around going, like, what am I doing here? A little bit?
No. You think that, look, the cameras are there. Yeah. So straight away, you know what the cameras are after. They're after a shock. And poor old West Ham are going to get embarrassed. So you know straight away that the broadcasters think there's a chance of a shock. But it's just about getting in there, getting the job done, and getting out.
Well, let's see that job getting done. Let's remind ourselves of the highlights. I mean, look at this already, Alvin. Like, it's kicked off and it's just carnage, isn't it? Look at the balloons on the pitch. Oh.
They had a big guy up front, and they're obviously non-professional. And this guy worked for a brewery, delivering the kegs of beer around the Midlands. And his arms were bigger than my legs. I remember he was massive. And I used to always go to a game thinking, okay, can I intimidate somebody physically? But after about 10 minutes in that game, I went, no, that's not on. I had to improvise and try and be a little bit more cuter.
Look at this pitch, guys.
Yeah.
It's like it's boggy. You see it like coming like
but Chris,
whole lumps of turf coming.
We've been brought up as young players and children on the park pitches to play on this. So just because we went on to another level and a better quality of pitch, we've all been used to this. We've all played this through youth teams, schoolboy football. So it's not it shouldn't really be a game changer for us.
Headed by Brindley, Bishop, Rowland again. Clive Allen's in there, off the line by Simeon Hodgson.
See, Clive would have that knack, Alvin, didn't he, of just being able to find that gap where the ball would land.
Yeah. He had an array of, and he would improvise with finishes, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would, yeah.
Oh.
I remember thinking, that's that moment there when Lee, as a header, the keeper saves it and it comes back and he doesn't finish it, thinking, 0-0, is it going to be one of them days,
By Cartwright, on by Granger. Davis leading on a little bit. This is Humphreys.
This is the key part. This is the key part for me. That tackle there.
Oh.
Alvin's tackle where he turned inside Potsy and Alvin had recovered to make that tackle. I thought that was going to be 1-0.
First touch for Trevor Morley. Keith Rowland. Goalkeeper's out and has lost it.
Keepers all over the place. Lee Chapman puts us in front.
I think West Ham fans would not chappy, but if you got crosses to the far post, back stick between that centre-back and full-back, he would always be there or thereabouts, and he was difficult to beat in the air, Alf, wasn't he?
I think mentally as well, Lee was tough, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know, you could cope with the pressures of playing for West Ham, and if it weren't going well, he never stopped trying, which is something that West Ham fans demand, at the very least.
Well, the Kidderminster Cup adventure is over.
There you go, full time.
Let's get on that bus and go home now, lads, and let's hope it starts. Let's hope it starts.
Let's go back up and talk about right now. West Ham versus Kidderminster, 2022, 28 years after the first time round. What have West Ham got to do, Alvin, to win this game? Is it more or less the same principles as your victory 28 years ago?
Yeah, I'd say it more or less mirrors it. Look, what I think when I look at West Ham now, I know what I'm going to get. So I think the consistency level is there, probably as good as it's been for a long, long time. I think when they've got the ball, they look a good team, fluent. When they haven't got the ball, they know what they're doing as well. And I think there's been times perhaps when we haven't got that right. It's all been about going forward, and when you lose the ball, you've got to have a plan to get it back and be in position. But I think now West Ham look like a team that have been coached and detailed. And that's something that stands you in good stead for a game like this.
What I like about them, Alf, is the fact their attitude and their commitment for unity, and it is a united group of players. You can tell even the substitutes and some of the other lads that have come in and played over the last few months, and then that sort of invigorated the crowd in the stadium when I've been watching games here and at Old Trafford on Saturday. I was lucky enough to be there. We've got enough spirit, we've got enough quality. I imagine after a 2-week break he may just play the full first team. I think he probably will. And very exciting teams, very exciting times for our club.
Yeah. You got a message for the fans though, Martin, because I understand you've been to Agborough and you can report that the catering is fantastic. Do you have any recommendations?
What are you trying to say?
Any recommendations for the travelling supporters?
Pregnant. No, one thing I do like going there. I do like going there because they are an award-winning football club for the food that they produce in their, what do you call them, the caravans or the food bits around. It's all homemade. It's fantastic food. So if you do go early and fill your boots.
That's it for Talking Point with Lyca Mobile. Big thank you to our legends, Alvin Martin and Martin Allen. You've heard there, it's going to be a tough test, but the food is good. If you want to watch it, Saturday 5th of February, 12:30, BBC One, don't miss it. But there won't be an upset. Fingers crossed. Come on, you Irons.